I replaced that negative emotion attached to it with a positive emotion, and I'm grateful for everything that happened because I'm a greater blessing to the world. I mean so much more to the world now.
I abuse drugs because my heart bigger than my body. Like when I love you, that's why I don't get close to people now, because when I love you, I don't care about what consequences come.
I made a space and a safe place for men to be able to start healing now.
Yeah.
Masculinity don't have to be toxic. It can be sacred.
I saw him fight a two-row guy. He closed both his eyes in the 6th round. Mayweather be like, why you don't ever watch none of my fights? I say, because I love you too much. You know, if I see somebody put their hands on you, I might shoot.
Yeah, I heard that. Like I said, I'm not the richest man in the world. I done been broke more times than I done been rich. I done lost way more fights than I done won, but I won the ones that count. It ain't been a time that I wasn't scared, but I operated and I faced that fear with bravery.
For a long time, people always said I was the devil, I was evil, and I know. I stand for what I believe in. I stand for what I believe in. My grandfather always said, if you're a man, you stand up for what you believe in. And when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept the consequences that come behind it.
It's a lot of us that suffer in silence. Like, we suffer in silence to get the things that we think we want. But everybody want what they don't want.
And we want what we don't need, too.
The mind was never quieted. The mind never received true rest. And I ain't trying to sound like no philosopher, no prophet or nothing, but I'm not happy. But I am at peace right now. I'm talking about pure peace.
Your partner, Big Boy, hashtag BigBoy30. Kevin Gates, my man. Kevin Gates has a lot on his mind. Always great to have Kevin Gates in the neighborhood, man. And you never know what you're going to get from Kevin until you actually got it from Kevin. Hashtag BigBoy30, Kevin Gates, a lot on his mind. Let's get into the mind of Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates, welcome back to the neighborhood, bro.
Thank you for having me back in the
Man,
neighborhood.
come on now, brother. My door's not open. My door's off the hinge for you, man.
Yes,
So anytime you need be, just make sure that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Believe that. But welcome back, man. And it's been not a minute since we sat down because we talk. You know what I'm saying? We stay in contact with each other. You know what I mean?
The last time I was here was right before I had went and did the prison, my last prison stint.
Really?
Yeah, that was like 2015 or 16.
No, man. We haven't sat down since then.
No, sir.
Really?
6 years ago.
That's the last time we sat down.
Oh, hey, man. You know what?
I was supposed to come back, but I had lost. I lost in court in Florida. So that was 6 months. And then Illinois had a warrant for me.
Damn.
So when I had to go, it was crazy. The day I was supposed to get out, they was like, you've been served. They served me the warrant.
And then when you were supposed to get out, didn't they like lay back over into another bid?
Yeah, and so I went and served the 33 months in Chicago.
Oh, damn.
Illinois. Yes,
Man,
sir.
so you ain't leaving nowhere from here though, right?
No, sir.
Okay, there it is. But you know it's a trip, man. Like, I don't know, Kev, if it's your presence or your energy, but it felt like I've seen you or we sat down before. Like,
No,
it hasn't been that
we
long.
saw each other. Remember,
we
saw
see
each
each
other
other
in the mall.
Yeah. Oh,
The time after that, we saw each other in the
I saw you at Snoop's.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but we saw each other at Snoops, but then we bumped into each other again in the mall in Woodland Hills.
Man, I'm just gonna start carrying a little something to
In
record.
the Foot Locker.
Man, you sure didn't buy me no shoes that day, remember?
And you was like, man, Kevin, bro. I told you, I said, I like to see you by yourself. You was like, I like to see you by yourself.
Hey, man, and that's, and I walk, of course, you the same. I walk with God, bro. I'm good. I walk solo, man. And
Yes, sir.
any man could try to put their hands on you. That I'm not stupid. I know that things can happen, but I don't also put out that kind of energy.
Yeah, it's the energy.
Believe that.
Our energy protect us.
Yeah.
You said you don't watch TV or nothing? You said your house is
No,
quiet?
it's quiet. It's super peaceful at my palace.
Why is that?
It's I don't have any philosophical meaning to
Right,
anything like that. I just like to be around peace. And if you went through and experienced as much pain as I have, I've been through a tremendous amounts of pain. Physically, mentally, spiritually. I've been through hell.
But
And
you know what's
in
crazy?
in order to appreciate and understand great peace, you have to have went through and experienced great pain.
You know what but what's crazy also, man, they say sometimes that silence speaks louder than anything. But you know how to calm that down then.
It's super loud.
Yeah.
But like I say, I don't need to be distracted from anything. I love my solitude. I love
I
my
heard that.
tranquility. I love my peacefulness.
So what do you do at the house? Like, are you watching the NBA finals or you turning
It's
the
gonna
TV?
sound crazy. I'm not in the sports.
I heard that.
Wow.
I'm not. I don't care who win or lose. I like the colors of the. I like the Golden State Warriors colors.
Yeah.
I like the Cleveland Cavalier colors. I love the Boston colors.
Go ahead now.
And I've been wearing the Clippers colors. They red, white, and blue, and that's like Puerto Rico colors. So I love.
Hey man, let me tell you what's crazy about that,
So
Kevin
that's
Gates.
why I love them.
I'm on the I'm in the boxing though. I gotta watch boxing.
I used to be.
But when it comes to basketball, football, anybody lose, I can sleep that night. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to worry about another man winning for me to feel good.
Right.
As long as I'm cool, I'm
I like
good.
UFC now, but it's starting to get too corporate. So I'm starting to not like UFC.
Do you ever make it out to any of those?
No, I've never been to one. I did like boxing.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I ever saw Mayweather fight was when he fought Arturo Gatti. That was right after I got out of prison, right before I went back to prison. I saw him fight Arturo Gatti. He closed both his eyes in the 6th round. He was like, Kevin, why you don't ever come watch? Mayweather be like, why you don't ever watch none of my fights? I say, because I love you too much. If I see somebody put their hands on you, I might shoot them.
Yeah, I heard that.
You have a dream of being not a celebrity, but fulfilling your dream of being an artist and being a better human being, right?
I wanted to.
But when you think about what you have, not versus what you don't have, what's the best thing
That I
about
got.
being Kevin Gates, and what's the worst thing about being Kevin Gates?
I got a family.
That's the best
That's
thing.
winning. I told you that last time.
Yeah.
Winning for me is having a family. Winning for me ain't having no millions of females and no shit like that. Them niggas be stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't going. Burke and who?
Yeah, hello.
I don't know who started this epidemic.
Right? Yeah. Like,
Birkin.
be at the mall by yourself.
With all due respect, I ain't trying to disrespect no woman. I please don't no woman take this disrespect. If you do, fuck your mama.
There
But
it
like
is.
I was saying, if you do, fuck you. But you got fake eyelashes, you got fake hair, you got fake ass, you got fake everything on your body, but you want a real nigga. Like, I worked hard for these results. I suffered. I went through the fire. Adversity builds character. I went through the fire for this. I only had surgery one time on my leg when I got shot. Nigga knocked my bone out my leg because I wouldn't give it up. God bless the dead, because I ain't going to give it up. But anyway, long story short, you going to kill me anyway, so I might as well fight for my life. You going to kill me anyway. So anyway, long story short, not again. That surgery fucked with me so bad that I can't see myself willingly going through that again. I can't. So I worked hard for this shit. I suffered for this shit. And I was honest with everybody. I said I became so infatuated with being slim and having a body. I used to take Adderall to go to the gym. I used to take so much pre-workout, it probably would have bust my heart. By the grace of God, I'm still here. Until I started just celebrating my success in small increments and not comparing myself to the people that I see on the Instagram with the perfect bodies and shit. Now my body, that bitch perfect.
Well, when you say you weren't this person, what person were you? Because there's.
You want me to tell them the truth?
Please do.
I abused drugs. I abused drugs because my heart bigger than my body. And when I love somebody, like when I love you, that's why I don't get close to people now. Because when I love you, I don't care about what consequences come. I am the sacrificial lamb if I love you. Mm-hmm. I'm getting up out of my bed at 3 a.m. in the morning for you. I'm going to die for you. I'm going to kill for you. Whatever it means, I'm going to do this. And the love I showed people, I never got that love back in return. Never. Never, not one time. It's every organization I was with that I helped make great. They will use me until they didn't need me no more. And that's what happened with every situation that I was in. So when I told my wife about Breadwinners Association, she believed in it wholeheartedly. And she was like, let's get it. I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana. So my speech isn't gonna be like everyone else's. But I try to use vernacular. That means proper English. I try to use it as much as I can.
Shit,
But
you
when
use words that's bigger than. Come on, stop
when
it.
that slang, when the slang terminology come in, you're gonna have to accept it.
Go ahead now.
But when you get used up and you get used and used and used, you begin to question, like, is there really a God? You know, and to numb this pain, you know, you try some of the, I'm a strong person. So it takes strong drugs to make me numb. And I've never been to rehab. Ever at one time in my life, because I believe that rehab is for quitters.
Damn.
We not trying to quit. It's go hard or go home with me. And that's with anything that I've ever involved myself in.
Where you at now, though? You know what I'm
Brother,
saying?
I don't use drugs anymore.
Right.
And I can say this. I got the one thing that I came in the game wanting my whole life.
And that is?
A family. I never had a family. I call somebody that ain't even old enough to be my daddy because that's how bad I wanted a family. And every young male that grow up, and I ain't gonna say black, I'm gonna say, because I'm mixed, I'm black and Hispanic. Every young male that ever grew up in a poverty-stricken situation, that's all you ever wanted, was your big brother or your daddy or mother. You wanted that. And because you didn't have that, you start looking at that in a negative manner. It's wrong. Nah, you got to make it uncool because you never had it. And that's the way I did. Like, to this day, I'm 30 years old. I be riding and see somebody playing basketball with their dad outside. I look and be like, what? F him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I got to remember, my son will never know what that feeling is like.
I heard that.
Do you love the Kevin Gates that sits in front of us now? And at one point,
More as opposed?
Yep.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Does it look like it?
Yes, it does. But I want you to tell me about what that is.
This the first time I could say I've been proud of myself. A lot of my results came from beating myself up, being hard on myself. And I guess that was, that was a way of like dealing and working through like a traumatic past. And I just got to the point where I'm able to laugh at myself. Like I was trying to stand, like they got this little ab wheel that I be working. And
like the one with the little handles on it? And
so I'm back able to stand up and do it from a standing position.
And stand up and then roll down, then come all the way back up.
Sir.
Yeah, that's a whole different world.
And you do it on your knees, but I'm able to stand up. I was doing it at first, but I had kind of ripped one of my ab muscles. My body wasn't ready. I was doing it prematurely. So now I'm to the point where I could do it, like standing up. And when I was doing it at the gym, I had kind of like slipped a little bit, and I laughed at myself.
Yes,
and it felt good to be able to laugh at myself and not be embarrassed and not care about what other people think. So for the first time, I really been like happy, and I've been cautious of what I speak to myself. Like the lady was like, "You working out?" I say, "No, ma'am. I'm just in here celebrating what my body could do."
I heard that.
'Cause it's been a journey.
Man, how has fatherhood, has it changed you?
Fatherhood didn't change me. The transition was made once I made the decision. Because a lot of times when you're in the streets, you can have an institutionalized way of thinking. And that's a lot of people that been in the streets, like you'll be like, he's so cold-hearted. It's not that we cold-hearted, but we know it's only a matter of time before we go back to jail. So I can't even love my children like I want to. I can't get close to my wife because when I go to jail, I don't want to be in there stressing about them. You the first person I'd have told this to. I can't believe I'm telling you.
Is that even, that's now?
Like I say, I've overcame that.
Right.
I've overcame that. It took a lot of fighting with myself to overcome that, but that was me when I first had my daughter. It wasn't that I was afraid of the responsibility of the child. I was afraid of being a letdown to them. So I couldn't love her like I wanted to because I felt like I'd go back to jail anytime, and I don't want to be in jail. It's a weakness in jail. You miss your family. You crying. What's wrong with you? I walked a tear where no tear should ever fall. I'm forever hard. Give me whatever charge. I walk whatever yard. That's the oath. That's the oath you take when you say you in the streets. So it had me to the point where I couldn't even love my own family.
Did you think that you would be here? Not here.
I never saw this. When I first met the people at Atlantic in New York, the lady told me, I told the lady, I say, you know I wasn't supposed to be here. So I don't care what happened.
Right.
Because I died a day. I died a day tomorrow. I did something nobody from my neighborhood ever did. I did it. Nobody from my neighborhood ever did it. But I did it. By the grace of God and my beautiful wife.
Was that for you when you say the Adderall working out? Was that for you or was that for image?
Image, because I wanted to be the best of the best of the. I wanted to be that. And it's like, nah, since I've been on the mushrooms, not the psychedelic mushrooms, but like the lion's mane, the reishi, the cordyceps, the turkey tail, like, it's like the mushroom blend pre-workouts and stuff like that before I go work out. It give me a better cognitive function. It's like beet juice and the saffron give you that mental focus that you be looking for. It give you all of them things. And I'm thankful that I caught myself because I was headed for destruction.
Were you depressed?
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
Some that's a cry for help when you see somebody going to the gym 3-4 times a day.
Right.
Something not right with him because something wasn't right with me. And as men, we'll go to the gym and just kill ourselves and hurt ourselves in the gym to keep from hurting somebody else. There's a lot of men that suffer in silence. They come up to me, they hug me in the gym, they cry right there when they see me. Because I see you.
Amen.
I see what you're going through.
When you say suffer in silence, do you know how powerful that is?
We do. It's a lot of us that suffer
Yeah.
in silence. Like, we suffer in silence to get the things that we think we want. But everybody want what they don't want.
And we want what we don't need, too.
Yeah, we don't really want those things. We just think we want it. But when you love what you have everything you need. We was happy to just have a car. Till this nigga pulled up in this Rolls Royce on the side of me. Now I'm suffering again.
Wow.
Hey, man, did you have people that were afraid? Not only do you have to go through your change.
He got this bad bitch with him. But if he go to jail, she gone.
Right.
But this woman right here, shit, I go to jail, man, the horse legs ain't never broke. She gonna run for me. She gonna run for me.
How did you find that out, though? And and I know the question sounds so easy.
I know.
Yeah, but
I got a simple answer.
Go ahead.
The greatest test that anything could withstand is time.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it time. It'll reveal itself.
Yeah, man.
There's a loose phrase of when people say, oh, keep it real, or he's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always gotten from you that the Kevin Gates that I see in the mall, the Kevin Gates that walk in here, wherever I see a Kevin Gates or anybody that's out there, it's going to be this guy. It's not like a cape. You know what I'm saying? Or you turn into Kevin Gates.
Well, I do have on somewhat of a cape today.
Go ahead now.
Rudyard Kipling said, to thine own self be true. And that is the greatest reality. So if you skateboard or you ride BMX bikes or dirt bikes or whatever you into, that is the real you. If you're not afraid to be who you are, that is the real you.
What do you do for like without music? What do you do for fun? Like if you just want to have a good day.
Wrestle with my children.
I heard that.
Wrestle with they big fine ass mama.
Hello. Hey man, was it hard to arrive?
Yeah, have arguments, you know. She like, Kevin, I just took a what you mean you took a shower? I bathed you. You know, just have a little argument.
Right.
Like that.
Hey man, was it hard to arrive? Like whatever life temptations are. You know what I'm saying? If it is, you know, streets, if it is the hustle, if it is the drugs, if it is other women, was it hard to arrive where you are right now?
No, my biggest problem was overcoming myself. And once I defeated myself, like me and my wife used to argue all the time. They'd be like, yeah, Kevin, you made her. No, I didn't.
Right.
She made me.
Oh, here now. She back there shaking her head, too.
Like,
Like, yeah, I did.
She made me,
Then
though.
you got to turn around and
Like,
check.
I
She
don't
like,
mind
yeah,
telling
yeah.
people that, like, I hustled in the streets, and when it came to getting on that gangster, you know, getting on that tip, you know, I could do that all day. But when it came to being a man and responsibilities, I would always run from that. I always ran from responsibilities and being a man because I ain't want to step up to the plate. You hear me?
Mm.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I went through what all males go through. Like, I don't know if I want to get married. I'm telling you, the best thing you could do in life.
is
you go to sleep on side of somebody you don't know and wake up and see if you still got everything that you had
Right.
before you close your eyes.
right.
You know,
Or
man,
gotta keep
this-
waking up checking.
Hey, it's cold, but it's fair.
Yeah.
You don't ever see dudes that call themselves so-called players and you look stressed out.
You
I'm
know,
the only rapper that ever. I went on Mike Tyson and talked about me and him shared a story about us both being molested. Like I'm the only rapper that live in their truth. Ain't nobody living in their truth.
why did you feel like you
'Cause
couldn't
there's
have
so
had that
many
conversation
men, it's
5
so
years
many
ago,
men
right?
that needed to hear that.
Right.
Then they got these other interviews, these bitch ass niggas talking about what the fuck I said. But you ain't gonna see me and tell me none of that shit
Right.
in public. You not. I'm just in a happy place. I'll still fuck
Yeah.
you off.
Yeah, don't feel like you can't get a total recall.
So, but it's so many men that done been through that kind of shit, and they all day, every day. And I made a space in a safe place for men to be able to start healing now.
yeah.
Masculinity don't have to be toxic. It can be sacred. You know, you can love yourself so much that you can look at a woman and she don't deserve my dick.
Right.
You can love yourself that much. Like you can.
Hey, Kev, do you think you could have had that conversation with Mike Tyson 5 years ago?
No,
Right.
because I was operating out of fear.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to tell you the truth. See, all that gangster shit I was doing was out of fear. I had that fear of being vulnerable. Like, if a man looked me in my eyes, it's a challenge.
Right.
That me or you. That's fear.
And-
Now when I look at people in their eyes, I see myself or different versions of myself. And me being a nurturer, if I can aid and assist you along your journey, then cool. If I can't, then cool. Just sometimes me being able to just give you a look up, I understand what you're going through. Just speaking to somebody could change their day.
And I know with Tyson, man, Tyson also always go on record saying, before I fought, before I got in the ring, I was scared. And you look at Tyson as that's the baddest man on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting in with him.
I love
But
that dude.
yeah, man, same here. And
I
I've been
love that dude.
And do you feel like it was not a safe space, but that was the person?
No,
that also
I had already started my healing process from going backwards. I had to go back to my childhood. I had to go back because I don't want to project these things onto my children. And my children, it's about breaking generational curses for me right now. I want to always create a space where my children feel comfortable communicating with me. So I went back to heal myself and my inner child for my children. I want my children to always, that's like toxic masculinity. If my daughter fall down, get up, you all right? No, that's when it's time for me to exhibit femininity, like my feminine side, and nurture her. Come on, baby, it's all right. That's when it's time for me to be a nurturer. Now, if you violate her, then now it's time for me to be a monster. It takes balance. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I hear like people talk about this, like the feminist movement and this alpha male bullshit, that's bullshit.
Do you feel like your queen know you better than anyone in the world?
Way better than me.
Yeah.
And then, I used to tell her, babe, I'm tired. Then once I used to hear people talk about it. I didn't know it. Once I found the elixir of life, I no longer get tired.
Man, can you tell us what that is, or do I have
Right.
to find it?
One,
I'm tired as a motherfucker
You break
right
that
now.
down in
signs are for the conscious mind, and I cast not my pearls to the swine, but the elixir of life, it does start with meditation.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
You ever went to sleep and woke up tired?
Right.
I mean, the mind was never quieted. The mind never received true rest. And I ain't trying to sound like no philosopher, no prophet or nothing, but I'm not happy, but I am at peace right now. I'm talking about pure peace. The things that I'm doing right now is amazing to me. Like, I done had another rapper talk slick, and I just gave him a hug. And, boy, I could smash you then.
Mm-hmm.
Slang dangalang to your mama, and you know this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really, may peace be upon you, brother. I don't even know where it come from. I be looking at myself in the car like, boy, you pussy. I be looking in the mirror like, you really spare dude, like, Yeah, I just be like, he know not what he do.
Right. That's crazy. I had this same conversation with my wife last night, bro, on everything I love.
She seen it. She was like, Mr. Friendly. That's a little joke for me because everybody I see now, I give them hugs.
Yeah, man.
She be like, Mr. Friendly. Dude spilled red wine all on me on the plane. I told him, man, Kevin, don't even worry about it, brother. You was just excited.
Go ahead.
I cry 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
I just cry. And I don't know why. I be releasing. Sometimes I just cry. And they got this book, How to Cry Like a Man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, yeah, that's Jason Wilson. Yes, sir.
Jason Wilson. And he a sensei. Me and him used to be talking to my DMs. And I had read a couple of inserts from the book. And it was so powerful to me because I'm the type of person, I'm a nerd. I had like 3-4 books. And I just 2-3 chapters. But How to Cry Like a Man. And vulnerability is the most beautiful thing it is on earth.
I got that book, bro.
He a real like karate sensei master. He will fuck you up.
Yeah.
But he will also cry.
And you see the way he is with his the kids in his classes.
And he teaching them how to be men.
Yeah, man. And how to be emotional at the same time.
It's emotional intelligence for me.
Man.
Like how I navigate is I ask myself, why am I feeling like this? Where does this emotion, me being triggered like this emotionally, where does this stem from? So it always take me going back. Was it ever a time in my life where my mama or somebody in the family made me feel like I wasn't seen, or made me feel like I wasn't good enough, or made me feel like I wasn't worthy? And could it be that that's triggering this? I talk to myself. Because once I talk to myself, I be like, man, Gates, man, don't call that bitch back, man. Man, you getting the same results every time, man. Fuck that hoe, man. We ain't doing no chasing. We only replacing. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself.
Hey, man.
You got to get in tune with yourself out here.
Hey, bro, there's a book called
Rumble,
High
young
Five.
man, rumble.
Rumble. Hey, no. But let me tell you, man, the same thing, man, how you say you talk to yourself, right? Or where did that come from? When I went and did some work, man, they got these things called patterns. And everything that I did for this 9 days, bro, was patterns, figuring out why I'm an enabler. You know what I'm saying? I enable. You know, I got you. I got you. I take care of that. Trying to make your problems disappear. You need this. I got you. I'm an enabler. Also, man, the pattern. We all got patterns of.
Yeah, you a giver.
Yeah, man.
But guess what?
Talk to me.
Takers always recognize givers.
Boom.
The hardest thing for me to do was to set boundaries and say no. And this is the year that I've been putting the energy back into myself for the first time in my life.
Hey, bro.
I've been really putting energy into me. Like I take
to.
salt baths at night. Like I do the things that it take for me to heal. I ain't talking about going get a pedicure and manicure. That's just maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about really soul searching with yourself, getting with yourself, sitting alone with yourself and working through them psychological traumas, emotional traumas, that type of shit. So you don't be triggered when you somewhere.
Amen.
Because everybody faking living a facade, everybody suffering on the inside.
And I always tell my wife, I'm like, man, I can't turn my brain off. Like, I
that's
just
just one
started
step.
meditation.
That's just one step. It's meditation. It has a lot to do with the way you eat, and I don't want to sound like a philosopher, bro. I don't.
Why not?
It's
Shit,
just
we
the-
here. No.
It ain't that, bro. It's just, like I say, the knowledge is power.
Hey, man, let me ask you this.
And great knowledge in the hands of a fool would be self-destruction. And I'm not about to give all that away. But I promise, I invite you to ever come to my house one time. I live right close to where I saw you at.
Mm-hmm.
Not that close, but I live close to there. And brother, if you ever come, just one time, just come by yourself. I just want you to come. You take your shoes off before you enter the house. And I just want you to feel what you feel and just tell me what you feel. I done had a bit of everybody want to come over there and say, man, it's just so peaceful over here, Gates, bro. It's just how it get like, your house could be like this too.
What about the kids, though?
They bad.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a noise area?
No, because they not that kind of bad. They like me. They don't do no talking. They going with their move. I don't make a lot of noise whenever I did something. I never told you, I'm about to do. I just did it. I did that. Yeah. Who feel played about it? Because I did that. And that's just me. I'm not about to, I ain't never been that person to scare you because I hate bullies.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I make the move, it's supposed to be like a praying mantis. Unexpected. You know what you did, though.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you know why?
Right. So I ain't got to get on Instagram and, man, I don't get on Instagram.
Hey, man, does that
and
trip you out
I
now?
don't do all that.
All the modern day stuff that people do?
You know what the rawest, the coldest, you know what the best thing on earth is?
What's it?
Evidence.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. You could, all that's evidence. You do all that, that's cool. But I don't care what you think about me. Prove it. Because I signed up for this.
I heard that.
I said I'm a gangster and a gentleman. Most people tell me, Gates, I'm a gangster. I'm a good father. Because I don't care about what your gangster and mine is two different definitions. You heard me? You just new technology. Y'all on Instagram, you heard me?
I hate to say this. I was operating out of a stance of the head executioner.
Yeah.
I was just, I was fulfilling my title. I'm a general, so I'm on the front line with all of my soldados. My soldiers. I'm a general, so I'm always on the front line as a general. But as a chief, I gotta be able to look at each one of my soldiers and see what they need, whether it be psychologically, whether it be helping them with emotional intelligence to navigate their emotions, whether it be to show them how to nurture themselves, whether it be to show them how to exhibit their confidence and find that confidence in themselves. I got to be able to look at whatever need that it is. And it's beautiful that God allowed me to go through all of these things because I'm a greater blessing. I embrace the things that happened to me in my past with a sense of positivity. I replace that negative emotion attached to it with a positive emotion, and I'm grateful for everything that happened because I'm a greater blessing to the world. I mean so much more to the world now. Don't nobody walk up to no other, with all due respect, like no disrespect to these other rappers. I swear to God, I'm not. Don't nobody walk up to them and tell them, you changed my life, and show them slices where they tried to kill themselves and commit suicide and say, you stopped me from committing suicide. I was vulnerable. I peeled all the layers back. I let you feel a bullet hole in my head and told you I put it there. I'm the one who said that I disconnected my Instagram in 2020 and tried to take my own life. I'm the one who said these things so other people understand it's okay to feel like this. But this is the way that I changed it around. I take all of that negative emotion and energy and I turn my pain into passion. I put it into something that better serves me and humanity.
Why do you think you so-called made it as a rapper? You know how that's, and the reason why I'm asking this is because there's some people.
It's a curse.
It seems like it's bigger.
I'd ask God to take this away from me all the time. I do not like being an artist.
Right. But let me tell you why I asked that. There's some things that people do, and that's what grabs the attention. And then the real purpose is something else. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was a hell of a basketball player. But Magic wasn't put on this earth just to score points and get championships.
You was right, Drika. I love you. You was right.
Right.
Finish saying what you about to say.
And then there's a purpose that's after that. That's bigger.
Yeah, she argued me down. Kevin, you know you're not just you sound just like Drika.
Right. So this is in speech class, when you take stuff like that, they tell you to bring attention to yourself first. Hey, I'm about to, then boom, you got everybody's attention. Then you hit them with the message. That seems like that's what's going down right now. Now we can say, oh man, Billboard at #2 in the album of the year, but then that is for all eyes and ears to be set.
I'll say this. I always knew who I was, and I always ran from my true purpose. I'll say that. I always knew who I was. I always knew what I was. And if I did anything, I took full responsibility for what I did, no matter what it was good or bad. I took full responsibility for it. And I understand that this is what I signed up for. So I enlisted for this. And I know, like I say, since birth, I always knew what I was and who I was. And I know what my job is, and I always ran from it. I am now fulfilling my purpose now. I'll say that. I'm starting to fulfill my purpose.
Did you have a problem with saying no?
What?
And where did that come from? Because
not feeling like I was good enough. It stemmed from that, and then it also, you identify with not having. When you really come from nothing, you identify with not having. So you see yourself when you were struggling in somebody else, and so because you see yourself from when you were struggling with somebody else, you easing your inner child, you You easing the pain of your inner child through helping others, which is a beautiful thing. It is, but you gotta realize that they got people that are takers.
Yeah,
and they recognize givers. They'll come tell you, they come play vulnerable. They do all that. But when you fasting, I haven't eaten in the last like 4 days, so you can't even go 4 hours without eating. You can really eat my dick. Fuck you. And in my mind, but when you just, I'ma know if you my real friend when I tell you I'm not gonna be able to do it. Cause you a bitch ass nigga once you tell a nigga no. Once you tell a motherfucker no, man, you low down, rotten, dirty motherfucker.
99 yeses. The 100th is a no. Man, F him. He changed. He's this, he's that. Oh, 100%, bro.
Story of my life.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you spot
I got
on.
mountains. Hey, I got mountains in my backyard. When I go look, it's beautiful. I can see my old spot from my new spot. I'm blessed. Guess who lived there?
Who?
Just me.
Oh.
Just me.
Really? So where do the little ones live at? Where the kids live at?
They on a reservation.
Talk to me.
I got a reservation in Mississippi, a farm. We got camels, we got all that. We grow our own food, all that.
So all the clutter is not even in their lives.
Man, they so advanced now since they've been there. And we just went like 2 months before COVID hit. We didn't know that they was like, we ain't leaving, we gonna stay here. Shit, that's my answer, we gonna stay here. But spiritually, I was called back to California for something. I don't know for what. This part of it. I'm like, what the fuck I'm going to move back to California for? It's just something told me to go. Then once I got the house, I was like, man, I don't want to go. But there's something for me to do here. It's some work that I have to do here that's going to help a lot of people. I don't know what it is.
But you know the universe says
fuck, I'm doing it now. Somebody going to see this and be like, it's going to trigger something, and they going to just work through their problems and become greater.
I want to ask you this. Now, when we talk about just like, I think if somebody asks you something, if I were to say, hey, man, a girl say, do I look fat in this? You probably say, hey, in a certain way, like, yeah, you do look fat in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a truth that seem like that come out of you. Now, did you go to Apple and sit down with the people from Beats?
Yeah.
And was there a comment that you made about Beats headphones?
Yeah.
What was that?
I told them that they headphones suck.
And you're there with them at this moment?
I told them the truth.
Yes.
I like sound highs are better because I'm not no boom, boom, boom bass man. I like quality over quantity.
Go ahead now.
That's just me. I love quality.
Really, really.
I like Bose.
Go ahead.
They cool. I like Nakamichi a little bit. I ain't really heard them. I heard them in one vehicle and I like them. But I like Sennheiser. I like Bose. I never had. And I love those Bob Marley headphones.
The what ones?
The Bob Marley.
You know the wood?
Yeah.
You know I love those.
Those are dope.
So
Beats?
I've seen them, but I've never.
Beats? No.
So when you tell them,
but
they did ask you.
You can't give me a pair of headphones and make me put them on and be like, hey, I'm not about to agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they asked me about the Kendrick Lamar, man, when he said he was the king of New York, I was like, that boy must have read Art of War. I said it in a song. But when I heard the comebacks, I was like, nah, I'm not about to agree with that because, no, that's not raw. The comebacks wasn't raw.
Right.
I ain't heard nobody come back yet. Because, I'm just not in that battling lane. So, I salute him because I like what he do. He's super witty. If he is ever to diss me, I'll be like, haha. And I stay in my lane because that ain't my lane.
Mm-hmm.
But, the people that's in that lane, I can't agree with that. Like, me and my dude, I got a dude named Jim Guns. He from New York. Mm-hmm. We argue about music all day. He was like, man, bro. Kendrick Lamar, bro, he tough. Fred the Godson, he tough. Them some Loaded Lux, he tough.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, they got a lot of people that's not tough and be trying to jump in that lane. You got to be who you are. It's cheaper to be yourself.
Hell yeah, it is.
People looking and thinking that they want it all. When you have accolades, when you have the album, and I'm talking about from the outside, people thinking that they want it. Then you say, you know what? I put a bullet in my head. I'm the one that wanted to kill myself. I'm the one who, got off of social media. And I'm pretty sure that, you were boxing with demons all the time. To this day, we probably still are.
It's a difference if you never been in the streets.
Yeah.
I've been in the streets my whole life. See, I don't have that story like, well, I was never not thugging. When was I ever not thugging from anybody that know me? When was I ever not thugging? You look at the Kevin Gates, now this is a blessing. This is beautiful to see me right here like this. Well,
Did you know you were going to arrive here?
I was afraid to.
Right.
I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Every man know.
Did you know you were not satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That's what give me my drive right now, because when I look in the mirror and I think back in retrospect, and I always wonder, I would hate to suffer with the regret of what if I only would have tried.
Yeah.
It hurt me when I remember being in prison, watching all them different artists on TV winning Grammys and whatever it is they win. I was like, you know in your soul that's supposed to be. That's why I love when Inca Johnson say that. We live by this, we die by this, we don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning.
And you knew, not taking theirs, but you knew that I'm
supposed to be there, but I am there.
Right.
Because everything I do is emulated. So I am there. I was chasing something that I already have. You know, and me standing on the side of certain people, if it's not authentic, you know, the authenticity always is going to rule. The law of lenity states that whenever two opposing forces cannot come to an agreement, the lesser always rules the greater. And, you know, I come as I am.
And so do you feel like you have a lane?
Yeah.
Or you just know
I'm cool.
I'm not put my blinker on coming over to that lane?
Oh, no. I'm in my own lane and I hog it.
Mm-hmm.
I give the utmost respect, but I demand mine.
I heard that.
And you don't have to give it to me. And if you don't, I'm not going to be confrontational with you. I'm going to politely vacate the premises, let the clown have the circus. You know, but, you know, in a room full of clowns, man, I can't be part of the circus, man. When you entertain a clown, you become part of the circus.
That's very true.
Oh, man.
I'm serious, though. Like, what's going to be special about me if I argue with a clown? The world full of suckers, man. I mean, the world full of lollipops. I can't be just another sucker.
I heard that,
I'm
brother.
gone. You can do that, man. I go play with my children.
What brought you to psychology?
I wanted to understand myself. Because for a period of my life, everybody was like, you the devil. I was in and out of prison for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I ever went to jail, a lot of people don't know this, I was 13. I don't know why I'm telling you this.
Mm-hmm.
You know who took me to, I ain't gonna leave it.
No, brother, go.
No, send me to jail. I'm not even gonna put that on. It don't even matter. But for a long time, people always said I was the devil, I was evil. And I know, I stand for what I believe in. I stand for what I believe in. My grandfather always instilled and imputed the knowledge and wisdom in me. He said, if you're a man, you stand up for what you believe in. And when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept the consequences that come behind it. Cool. I'm cool with the consequences. Because when I was in the streets, I wasn't in the streets for me. I was in the streets for the people that I love so they could be straight. So if I did go to jail from a poverty-stricken environment where there was no outlets, no nothing to do but go to jail or get killed, at least I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I can rest assured at night knowing that I gave it 100%. I'm cool. I signed up for this.
And when you say
I got
certain
so many
things,
nicknames.
you've been extremely like universal too. You know, I've had you in the neighborhood, man. You done spoke 45 different languages.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But you've been
I
extremely.
speak a little Spanish and a little Arabic.
Yeah.
Because I come from a mixed cultural background.
But you seem, and I was gonna say you seem multicultural. Like you seem tapped in. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like
I'm that thing.
It's not a fake tap in.
Nah, I'm that thing. You know, I hate to say it like that, but I got to go and live in my truth. I'm really that thing. Everything that come around me leave different. But when the beloved is off location, they gonna be returned back into original form. But when all you gotta do is go back in the history books and look. Anything that came around me, then became different. But when the beloved is off a location, one's returned unto original form. So I can't get mad if a woman that was dealing with me start backsliding once I'm off location.
Right. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's not. I can't be upset if one of my little brothers or one of my little soldiers start backsliding or turning into something else, because when the beloved is off location, one's return unto original form. I'm really that thing. And I got to acknowledge myself like that.
Hey,
And when I say that thing, I'm talking about that thing.
were you afraid to talk sometimes because you felt like people wouldn't understand what you
I
were
feel
saying?
like I'm being too cocky, I'm being boastful. But if you being factual, like I said, I'm not the richest man in the world. I done been broke more times than I done been rich. I done lost way more fights than I done won, but I won the ones that count. And it ain't been a time that I wasn't scared or I didn't have fear. It's okay to have fear. But I operate and I face that fear with bravery.
Did you keep yourself from talking sometimes because
all the time. But right now, like this other lady, I hate to say this, she like what you would consider like a, I don't know, in English you would probably say a healer, but like in Spanish she like a curandera. So like she told me, she say your soul is so ancient. She say when it come on you to speak, just speak because you never know who you helping.
Right.
Just speak.
Yeah, don't hold the
Hold
wisdom
it
in. Yeah.
So I had to say that like I'm really that thing. Like you can't say like all these feathers in my head, I earned these. I knew what I went through to earn these feathers. All these tattoos on me, I earned this shit. These scars and shit all on my body, I earned this shit. So it's beautiful. Like it's beautiful to be where I'm at right now.
Like I took psychology, right? And I think that's something I ran from too.
It's go ahead, I'm sorry.
The reason why is because I started analyzing everything. Everybody.
And
my thing was like, oh man, you do,
but it's a great area because it's like when you in the street, excuse me, us.
Right.
'Cause you a street cat too, but us, we had already been analyzing people and putting them into and categorizing behavior patterns and things of that nature. But instead of you being the interrogator or something like this, or after we do the individualistic approach, and instead of you being the playing aloof and all of that, you might be one of my sales, one of my customers. You act like Mr. Joe. I done seen your kind before. You act like my home.
Right.
So we categorized it differently. But it's a gray area because it was only what one person thought, and everybody's bipolar. Let them tell it. I studied it. It was cool.
And you got your psychology degree while incarcerated?
Yeah, but it was a trick to how I did that. Like, I took online courses. You heard me? And you're not supposed to. Anyway, but you get an administrator. Anyway, I hate to say this, bro, because people be like, no, he lying, but I never been in administrative segregation or protective custody. I have to say that. No matter what your status is, you're a high profile inmate, whatever, you sign a waiver and you live in general population. And I never checked off a line or hit the button to move. That means that wherever I stood on all 10. Whatever came to me, I accepted it. And I'm not the type to go to jail and join different gangs and all that. No, I stand on all 10. It's just me. I had to say that. What you get is an administrator to administer the test. And you could take as many tests as you want to. All day. If you want to take 4 of them in one day, I'm not posted. You can do that. And you send them, you mail them to your professor, and your professor grade them for you and send them back. And it goes like that when you're in prison. You're not going on no college campus in shackles. So a lot of people are like, how did you do that? It really ain't none of your business how I did it, but you the first person I told this to. I told somebody else, like, I alluded to it, but you can go, you get your administrator to administer the test, and you take them in front of them to make sure you're not cheating, you're not.
Right.
Make sure you're not cheating, and then they mail them out and send them back graded.
But that's so dope that
But they give you the book to read. You read the book. They're going to ask you the questions out the book that you read. So, like, I don't understand how complicated it is. Right. The book. I ain't got nothing to do with back here.
Are you surprised that you here today?
Fucking right. Yeah. I told you that. Man, listen. We can go get bald head ass Mike. He know. I cried. I told him, I say, thank you. He say, why? I say, man, I'm going to be honest. If it wasn't for you, I'd be dead or in jail. When I talk to Fee, I tell Fee, thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I'd be dead or in jail.
And
I
you-
wish I could tell my daddy right now, thank you. I wish if he listening, thank you. Because if it wasn't for you believing in me, I'd be dead in jail. Fuck all that, whatever. You had to exhibit the behavior you had to exhibit to make me go with my move to become great. So I don't hate you.
Right.
I'm grateful
You're
for
a
you.
building block. You're a block.
Ain't not my real daddy, my
Right.
street daddy, like kind of like Birdman and Wayne shit. Like my street daddy. Like I'm grateful for you. I am. I'm grateful.
When you were incarcerated,
I gave
too.
him my all and I ain't getting nothing from it. Gotta be love. I'm up in rank and I ain't push one button.
When
I showed mercy.
when you
Ooh,
sit
that's
where you
wrong.
are now, when
Tatted with faces, I ain't getting uncovered. I know they still trying to get something punished. The godmother gave me comfort. I'm protected on that other end.
hey man, can I ask you about scars?
Free my dog out of slam.
Hey,
Love my
man.
children and they mom.
You
They
can
clutching my hammer. Say they killers and I'm one of them. No love for the weak. Only the strong survive these streets. I took myself out of reach. Got tired of peeling all these leeches. You
Yeah.
can cover all your
Yes.
scars up in diamonds, but it's still gonna hurt. Man, don't give me the talking.
Hey man, but
don't
that's
give-
it.
don't
You
give me
can
all my
cover
dirt.
all these scars, but it's still gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. Say you love me and then show me that shit for real. Don't play with love because that type of shit get you killed. You can cover all your scars up in diamonds, but it's still gonna hurt. I told him the truth. Beefing with my chick while I'm in jail. Try not to click out bound restriction, can't make bail. Mine's it gone, but all is well. I ain't called in a minute, ain't balled in a minute. Can't wait to see them stars in the ceiling, free all of my healers. Man, what? Man, who? Man, that's the rawest song on earth.
How long have you been home? Has it been your last turnaround was what?
2014.
14?
I've been home since 2014.
That's crazy.
I don't be remembering, big brother. It just kind of
Now when you
merged
move around
together.
now, when you travel, just with certain things, is it harder for you to travel now?
the level of respect is so nothing out here. Like it's just I see why some people miss being in prison, because in prison you're not gonna pass by a man and not say excuse me. I've been here 20 years. I kill you for that. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how many bodies you done caught. You ain't done caught none of here. Yeah, you ain't got no knife yet. You pass around here being all khaki. You know.
How do you
one down, boss?
How do you keep your little ones from a certain life? For
I
one, you're
don't.
gonna be there.
I don't, because y'all get to see it. Like, if I take you in the hood and show you, like, you know, this way that lead. You know, like my children going with me to prison. Lord say the same Sunday. We going to prison. Me, my wife, my two children, we are going to prison to visit somebody. I just got cleared to where I can go visit
wow.
an immediate family member. So when a child grew up going to these places and seeing this, you know what I'm saying, and seeing the outcome of this, man, this dude been down 20 years. You got to watch him grow up behind the bars. Who wants that life? Who wants that for themselves? I don't want to be in jail for the rest of my life.
heard
It's
that.
beautiful out here, but I'm glad that I went through jail because I can appreciate my freedom, because freedom is a privilege.
Do you feel like and not just in the genre, but also just in the men that we are, that we now you hear people talking about mental health, vulnerability, peeling off the onion and the layers.
You had those conversations first.
Yes.
Years ago.
Yes, we did, bro. And it's crazy, man, because I never thought of you as like Kevin Gates, the rapper. Like
Yes,
we've
sir.
had some real conversations, bro. And when you embrace different.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? You don't, it's not, and I take everything. I take
Because
the slap.
I see you.
Yeah.
Because I see myself in the picture. See, most people don't know who they are, so they can't see themselves in other people. I see you. Every
Hey.
time I look you in your eyes, I see you. Because I know who I am. I see myself.
Hey, man, can you look and I know this may sound crazy and people going to have a field day
I
with
can.
this, but can you look at somebody and know when they're not?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used
Does
to be
that make
that
others uncomfortable?
I used to be that too.
Right. Explain.
I used to be running from myself. I used to be too hard for myself. I was caught up in ego, the false ego, the competitive nature.
Yeah, man.
But I had to kill my ego
Is that hard to do though? It's not hard. Is it scary to
It's
do?
uncomfortable. It's very
Boom.
scary.
Yes.
It's very scary. And my ego is a beautiful thing because it got me to this point. Thank you for getting me to this point. But I don't need you anymore. But it's tricky because the ego really only there to keep us safe. It's only there to keep us safe. But it's tricky because it creep back in.
Yeah.
So quick. You know what I'm saying?
And it's an instant recall too, bro. It takes a lot to humble yourself. It takes a lot to be vulnerable. It takes a lot to know how to go through these emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like the man that can talk like this.
That's crazy that you said that.
Yeah.
My sensei.
I'm pretty sure it's easier to sock somebody in the face.
My sensei said it takes more courage to exhibit vulnerability than it does to be a tough guy.
Hey man, I would see people, bro, and I would see them talking up a game, and I'd be like, he's scared. You know, when I see somebody, motherfucker, what? I'm like, he's scared, bro.
Talking.
Yeah, he's scared. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's about energy now.
Yeah, that's why I don't play these internet games. I don't get caught up in none of this.
It ain't
like,
about no,
yeah.
Election year. We were just talking about this off.
No,
off
man,
air,
that made me mad. Like when dude said that though.
Okay, and
He
what was
offended
said?
me when he said that. He was like, "Man, F Donald Trump," and I was like, "No." Because you say you believe in God, right?
Mm-hmm.
You believe in a higher power. You were like, yeah. I stood up in the meeting and I was like, well, you would say F Donald Trump, but, you know, let's be honest. You know, when George Bush was in office, you heard me. The numbers was a lot lower on a lot of the, you heard me. You know, and wasn't the police brutality wasn't going on like this here, how it was. But then when you got your savior in there, you know, look what been going on. I say, now you'll say F Donald Trump because he said something about Muslims. But what he don't know is a true Muslim is a Jew and a Christian. He don't know that. So it takes somebody showing him that type of love. They were like, so what you would do to him? I said, I walk up to him and give him a hug. I said, you know, he'll be mesmerized when I hug him and Salaam alaikum, brother, I love you. Like, he'll be mesmerized. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He would. I was like, that's the approach. The approach should be love and not no F him. You know, it. You know what I'm saying? Because I like when he get to talking that gangster shit. You heard him? He be funny to me. And a lot of stuff he don't know what he be talking about, but he be funny. Like, I like him. You heard me?
Do you vote?
And
I'm a convicted felon. I can't vote. I'll never be able to vote.
never.
I didn't know that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
if
oh,
you're
yeah.
a convicted
Yeah, I
felon,
didn't
you
know
lose
that.
that right.
I'm too
That's unfortunate
conviction.
that I didn't know that.
Oh, right. Anyway, I'm blessed.
Right.
I'm glad I can't vote.
Do you see yourself, Kevin Gates, going through this transformation?
Did I see myself?
Yeah,
then?
like while you're doing it, like
I didn't see myself going through the transformation, but I used to get glimpses.
yeah,
And whenever somebody would tell me, man, you gonna be such a great motivational speaker. No, I'm fucking not.
right.
I'm
That's
doing
what I
that
was
old
gonna say.
bitch ass
Did
shit.
you fight it?
Then I'd have had other people be subliminal, like one of my good friends. And I didn't ask him about it, but I kind of hinted around it jokingly. Cause he was on that, old preaching ass nigga, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, and I was just playing. I said, yeah, big brother, you know, you be feeling like I be preaching, bro. So I just don't be, nah, I wasn't meaning that. But you was hit, so you hollered. And you was hit, so you hollered. Because you was hit. So you was hit. You knew I hit you when I said that. So you backed up out it. And I was just joking. I say, nah, big brother, you know, you be saying I be preaching and all that shit. He was like, man, I ain't me.
Yeah.
But you was hit. Because
Hey, bro.
you know that I know, you know what's up with me.
Yeah.
And I love you, but you know what's up with me.
Hey man.
And I would think that you would be one of the people that would be extremely proud of, because you know.
Hey man, I tell people, bro, if there was a pack
But
of
it
dogs,
kind of hurt me. But then I was like, the heart got to break so it could fill up with love. And then it was a beautiful thing that he exposed himself in that manner, because it was like, you afraid of my growth.
yeah.
My growth and my change is scary to you.
Yeah, and you know what they say, whatever it is, misery, whatever that blank, 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 loves company. Whatever you put in there, it loves company. Happiness loves company. Misery loves company. So if you're changing and your guy not changing with you, anyone wants you to be with them because they love that company, bro. You know?
Man, come on, man. I wasn't tripping on my partner, man. You can't even go nowhere by yourself. Stop playing.
Right.
You live in fear. You operate out of fear.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for coming and hanging with us, man.
No, thank you for having me.
Easy call. Kevin Gates in the neighborhood, man. Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
boy.